Okay, I'm gonna. Tell him qu'il va derrière les cordons là. Robert, après tu bloques tout le mouvement.
Türkçe kanalı tamam.
How is it now? You can take notes this time. No. But today we come together at a time of increased uncertainty. We see challenges to our security in many forms and from many places. But the NATO alliance is here to ensure that our people are safe, that our countries are secure, and that our values are preserved. This is what NATO has done for almost 70 years. And as the challenges we face change and evolve, so too does NATO. Here in Warsaw, we will take important decisions that will shape our security for many years to come. We will strengthen our deterrence and defense to protect our countries against attacks from any direction. And we will strengthen our ability to project stability beyond our borders. At this moment, men and women from our armed forces are on duty, often standing in harm's way to ensure our safety. So it is right that we begin this summit by honoring them. It is a privilege that we are joined today by representatives of the armed forces of all 28 NATO allies and of Montenegro, which is on track to become the 29th member of our alliance. So if you all could please stand.
Parade outwards, 10. Parade right, dress. Parade eyes, front.
Dear friends, you are here today to represent your brothers and sisters in arms, the very best that your countries have to offer. Our men and women in uniform serve around the world, on the ground from Afghanistan to Kosovo, at sea from the North Atlantic to the Mediterranean, and in air from the Baltics to Turkey. I want to express my gratitude to all those who serve under the NATO flag, and to thank you on behalf of the nearly 1 billion people who rely on you to keep them safe. You put your lives on the line so that we may all live in peace and security. I also want to thank your families and all those who stand by you and support you. Men and women of the armed forces, we value your professionalism, we admire your courage, and we honor your service. NATO is the greatest alliance in the world because of you. So now, please join me in a moment of silence to honor those who have fallen and those who have suffered injuries, seen and unseen, in the course of their duties.
Parade outwards, turn. Parade forward, march.
Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, is it working? Let me first thank the people of Warsaw and of Poland for their warm welcome. I would like to thank all those who helped to organize this summit. And I would like to offer my particular thanks to President Andrzej Duda for hosting us. Our first meeting will focus on further strengthening our deterrence and defense. In less than 2 years, we have come a long way. We have made NATO faster, stronger, and more ready. Today, we will take the next steps. We will agree to enhance our forward presence here in Poland, as well as in Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. We will also strengthen our presence in the southeastern part of our alliance. And we will step up our cyber and ballistic missile defenses. These are major decisions. All of them require will, political will, and they require resources. 2 years ago, we pledged to spend more and to spend better on defense. We have stopped the cuts and we have started to increase our defense budgets. So we are moving in the right direction, but we must keep up the momentum. because our security is at stake in a more dangerous world. I will now invite President Andrzej Duda to make his welcoming remarks. So please, Andrzej, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Mr. Secretary General, Excellencies, distinguished guests. It's my great honor and pleasure to welcome you all to Poland. I'm proud that Warsaw, the city that represents vitality and creativity of Polish people, but also the complicated history of my homeland, is hosting us at this very special moment for the North Atlantic Alliance. Since the end of the Cold War, we have come a long way and secured peace and stability within our transatlantic community. We've been successful because we firmly believe that every nation has the right to enjoy the benefits of democracy, liberty, and economic growth based on international law and mutual respect. Today, those values are yet again being undermined by threats and challenges, some of which Europe has not seen for decades. We are witnessing the policy of aggression and notorious lack of respect for international law, internal sovereignty, and territorial integrity. Military conflicts generate regional instability as well as new waves of threats, such as terrorism and hybrid warfare. These challenges affect the citizens of every single member state. Today, our people expect us to fulfill our commitments and obligations. That is why the summit needs to bring stability in times of uncertainty, demonstrate our unity in times of divisions, and ensure security in times of threats. In order to meet those expectations, the alliance must once again focus on its core task, which is collective defense. We have to stay united and demonstrate solidarity while adapting to long-term changes in security environment. We were successful in making the first step in that regard 2 years ago in Wales. At the time, the Readiness Action Plan was put in place to improve our response capabilities. But now, we have to find a proper answer to the current situation. This answer must build on the conviction that providing security to the allies is not a single act. It's an ongoing process. Today, we need to make another step by establishing a multinational enhanced forward presence to strengthen NATO's defense and deterrence on the eastern flank. The alliance must be able to fully confirm the principle of the indivisibility of its security. As to the southern dimension of the alliance, we need a coherent strategy that would allow us to effectively face the challenges at hand. Stability of the Euro-Atlantic region depends on security beyond our borders. While we should stand by our defense commitment, we must enhance cooperation with all partners, both in the eastern and southern neighborhood, supporting their resilience and defense capabilities. NATO should maintain its open-door policy, and I am happy that the Prime Minister of Montenegro is here with us. Having said that, we need to be mindful of the fact that it is not a particular state or a particular nation which poses a threat to our common security. It is a policy of aggression and lack of respect for human dignity. We are not surrounded by enemies. We are surrounded by challenges. We need to tackle them not only through defense and deterrence, but also through dialogue. Therefore, we remain ready to talk to anyone who shares this attitude. At the same time, we stand firmly by our values in a belief that the dialogue cannot compromise either peace or principles of the international law. Dear colleagues, today, as the leaders of democratic nations, we bear special responsibility before our people. the responsibility to make sure that they can feel safe, that they can prosper, that they can live in peace. My strong belief is that our efforts during the upcoming 2 days will produce the necessary decision to fulfill this commitment. Last but not least, let me thank you, Mr. Secretary General, dear Jens, and the entire NATO team for your leadership and determination in the run-up to our meeting. Let me wish all of us a fruitful and meaningful summit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, President Duda. And this ends the public part of this meeting. And I would like to thank the representatives from the press who have been with us for this opening of the meeting, and ask them to leave the
Zapraszam.